So we've got Kill Team, the Writhing Shadow, which is the Tyranid starter set. So let's start popping the plastic off and let's have a look at what's inside. So on the back it'll tell you that there's 8 Gene Stealers, some terrain and various cards. So let's pop this open and have a look at the contents. We have some chocolate containers, all the same sprue. That gives you enough for a container, and 3 barrels and 4 crates and a couple of storm bolters on pintle mounts. So then we've got the instructions and the cards. We've got 8 Gene Stealers on sprue. So these are complete sprues with the little infestation nodes and all the various options. These are in a nice light cream colour. So you can see these are the Gene Stealers that came out, I think, in 5th edition. Let's have a look, 2004. So they are quite old models, but apart from the Overkill sprues and the Patriarch and Broodlord in plastic, they've not done any Gene Stealers since then. So hopefully we'll get new Gene Stealers at some point soon, because those are 14 years old. We've got some bases. Let's have a look at what's in here. So we've got a match play and a narrative mission. We'll zoom in and have a good look. So, match play target priority. Mission for 2 to 4 players. One of those is the Tyranid player. If more than one person wants to be Tyranid player, you've got a dice off. Everybody chooses a Battleforged Kill Team. You've got deployment like this, so a fairly light table. Again, built around Sector Munitorum stuff. So, with stuff from Krogskull's Boys and stuff from this set, that's enough for the single game board. Tyranid player has greatest strategic advantage. Battle length until there's only one unbroken team on the field. If you kill the leader, breaks the team automatically. And it finishes when there's only one unbroken team on the board. Otherwise, 2 victory points for each enemy leader killed and 1 for each enemy specialist killed. So, narrative play, Infestation. So again, mission for 2 players, one of which is the Tyranid player. The Defender sets up a number of tokens on the battlefield equal to the number of models in their kill team plus 3. So you've got 3 dummy tokens. Defender rolls a d6 for each. Okay, it's a game where you bring models on out of the infestation nodes, and you've got a couple of additional command options, one for Tyranids and one for defenders. So again, that looks reasonably interesting. We've got some cards which look to all be for Gene Stealers. So this is one of the sets with a higher points value. So 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. So that's 8 Gene Stealers. But they've got some additional bits and bobs on some of them. I need to check and see if you've actually got to pay for that stuff. we've got the Gene Stealer counters, which gives you all the counters you need in Tyranid pink. We've got the instructions, we've got the 40k rules for Gene Stealers, and we've got the instructions for putting the crates together. So pop those to one side. Let's take a quick look at the book. We've got some short fiction. We've got some example painted models eating some tau. And we've got some notable battles. So, yeah, again it's set on Vigilus, but let's have a look at the Tyranid Tactics cards. We've got a Sector Imperialist Tactic. Let's zoom in so everybody can get a good look at these. Right, Sector Imperialist Tactic. Choose a model from your kill team to shoot. If your target's within 1 inch, any wounds caused on a 6+ cause mortal damage in addition to other damage. That's pretty good depending on what you're shooting. So, Gene Stealer Tactic, Legacy of Umgal, reroll failed wound rolls, 1 point, single-minded annihilation, lets you shoot twice, 1 or 2 points depending on if it's a Tyranid warrior or not. Implant attack, +2 modifier to the injury roll. That is good if you want to try and guarantee something goes down, because then instead of a 4-up it's a 2-up, and you can use it to try and murder things. Yeah, that's really useful for guaranteeing you put something down. Regeneration, 4-up save against being taken out of action. Predatory Leap. Treat a model as if it could fly when making its charge move for 1 command point. Adrenaline Surge. Fight twice. Hunting Roar. Tyranid Warrior. Ooh, if you get multiple things in and a Tyranid Warrior into combat, you can reroll all failed hit rolls for everything within 6 inches of your Tyranid Warrior. Metabolic Overdrive. You can move twice, but you can't shoot. So you can move, advance for 2 points. They suffer a mortal wound on a 1. Feeder Tendrils. When you kill an enemy leader, you get D3 command points if it's a Gene Stealer or a Lictor doing it. That's good. Lurk. Pick a model that hasn't moved yet. If it's obscured, it's an extra -1. That's good. Scorch Bugs. 1 command point gives you +1 to wound rolls for termagants with flesh borers. Nah. Caustic Blood. If they're wounding one of your models, you can spend if you've been piled up on by somebody, spend a command point when you lose a wound and roll a d6 for each model within 1 inch on a 6 to take a mortal wound. So, looking at these, Lurk is really good and I'd use it. Feeder Tendrils is really good and I'd use it. Metabolic Overdrive will be really good in various missions. Hunting Roar is really good if you've got a bunch of bugs, not just warriors or lictors, but even with just warriors or lictors, that's pretty good. It's 2 command points, so it's pricey, but if it's a critical round of close combat, you reroll all your failed hit rolls. Adrenaline Surge, good. Predatory Leap. Charge rollers if you can fly, that's good. Rapid Regeneration, 4-up save against dying. Implant Attack for when you absolutely need to kill something. Basically anything with 1 flesh wound, it turns it into it's automatically dead. Or it's you roll a 1 and it's flesh wound 2+ you kill it. Single-minded annihilation. Shoot again. good depending on the model. Legacy of Ungal. So for 3 points, if you've got Gene Stealers around a Tyranid Warrior, you can reroll all your hits and reroll all your wounds. That's good. But yeah, so these have got some pretty solid tactics. Okay, of the 12 tactics, I've put 2 in the not particularly good, maybe a little bit situational pile, and 10 in the I would absolutely use this pile. So it looks like Tyranids have got some awesome tactics. So I'll be dusting off my Tyranid pile. I've definitely got easily more than 100 points for Kill Team of Tyranids. It's what I want to use. I've got more than 100 plastic Gene Stealers already built and painted, so I could definitely just use them. But yeah, the set is really solid. Tactics cards are good. Terrain is nice. Gene Stealers, I've already got more than 100, so they're not an urgent need. But the models are the multi-part, they're the most recent ones, and all my Gene Stealers are basically the Space Hulk ones. They're bog standard Gene Stealers, but with this I can use some of the alternate heads and equip them up a little bit. So I'll have a look at what to do with my Kill Team. Certainly I'll probably also put them on bases, because these are on the old slotters, so it's going to be separating them and then gluing them is what I will most likely do. Because looking at it, they're on sort of Tyranid themed bases, but you can definitely easily put 3 out of every 4 on something else. You've also got Rippers, and you can use these for objectives, and you've got 4 of them, so that's actually quite a decent number of objectives. So, is it worth 30 quid? I paid £23.50 for it, and it's definitely worth £23.50, because that's basically the cost of the scenery, and then £3.50 for all the cards. I'd say yes, if you're a Tyranid player, definitely get this. If you're thinking of dipping into Tyranids, then you've almost got a whole Kill Team in just these 8 Gene Stealers, which are quick, deadly in close combat, but are also 11 points a model. So they're a little cheaper than Space Marines. They're not as survivable. I like it. I would definitely buy it, which I have. And if I was fielding a Gene Stealer Kill Team, absolutely. A Tyranid Kill Team, yep. Just to have generally, or for the terrain, if you can get it cheap, then you could always flog these off at £5 for 4 Gene Stealers, and you've basically got some cut price terrain in the cards. Right, if you've liked this video, hit like or subscribe, preferably both. If you've got a comment, leave one below, but otherwise, good gaming!